Hello guys, it's me again, and I want to mention a little bit about guides. And as a spiritualist, we believe we have guides with us, helping us with our development. The thoughts from back in the day to the day we're living in now has changed. Back in the day, they thought all the information from our relatives came through our guides. We know today that that's not true. Or that's what we believe is not true, because we believe we're connecting with our relatives directly. So guides, everybody wants to know the guides, and we heard a lot of people who have the most famous guides in the world who has been living, and yeah, some of you might, I don't know, but I know one thing that you have to be observant with, so to speak, and that is that if you go to a medium, and let's say you're into North American Indians, you like everything that represent, and you're fascinated about them, be very careful so they don't just give you any Native American Indians, because they're picking it up from your auric field, which we called is a storage house. In an auric field, all information from when you are born to where you are today will be there. You can even read from your auric field who you has on the other side. So one of the reasons we medium is working, we keep our focus behind our head. And personally, I don't look at the client when I'm working with them. I look on the side, so I'm not drawn to them, because it's very easy also to be affected by the face of the sitter. So if you're getting some information and you see the sitters going, immediately you're going to question yourself. So I never look at the sitter, I look beside, and I'm working with the energy, and I let in my mind interpreting the energy. And then I look at the sitter, do you understand it, yes or no? If they don't understand it, I'll go back and I'll see how my mind might have misinterpreted something. Because I believe very strongly that whatever comes into your mind when you are in action, at least for me, I trust that, because my mind, when I put the intention there, I'm going to do the best to understand the energy flow from the spirit world. My mind will do everything in its power for me, not against me. But my mind can only use my life experience and my knowledge, so it might assume certain things. And then I have to go back and see, what else maybe it means, and not what I take for granted. So for example, I have a phobia of creepy crawlers and spiders. If the spirit is showing me a spider, my mind will automatically, without thinking about it, say that you hate spiders, or there might be an incident with spiders. Because for me, it's so unbelievable that someone can love spiders. But hey, it has happened. And I said it, I got the spider, but she loved the spiders. She had these bird spiders, the big ones, with the hairy crawly legs. But, we are all different. But because I assumed it, because I hate them, it's so easy to take things for granted when you work as a medium. And when you're practicing and you get something wrong, don't get despondent, because it's not sure it's wrong. It's just you trying to understand it, and sometimes it's just the opposite. But back to the guides. That was what I was starting with. And I have given so many guides from different mediums. And in all honesty, it's only one that's been correct. And I didn't trust it when I got it. And I was so naive. And I asked, the first sitting I ever got, I asked, when he asked me, do you have any questions towards that? Yeah, I said, do you know who's my guide is? And if someone would ask that to me, my mind will come in immediately, and I will try to serve, and I will probably block myself. It has to come very natural. But this medium, he sat down, he closed his eyes, and I said, hang on, straight arrow. No. And he went back, that didn't feel right. Red arrow. And I Googled the whole internet. And at that time, you have this modem, you know, and beep, 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 beep. And it took several minutes to upload to the internet. And I Googled Red Arrow, North American India. Wasn't anywhere. It took actually several years down my road. And I was lucky. I was married to an English medium, so I trained every weekend on healing, trance, mediumship, whatever, you know, for 10 years. And in 4 or 5 years down the road, maybe, I'm sitting and I've been saying several times that if it's you, I don't want to hear the name Red Arrow. I want your real name. And one day, several years down the road, I hear a thought coming through my mind, Vanduta. And I went home to my modem and Googled, and I Googled Vanduta, North American Indian. And up it came from Canadian Indigenous Museum or whatever it was, Vanduta / Red Arrow. So he was actually correct, but all the others, no, has not been correct. I haven't seen them whatsoever. I have experienced a couple of others of my guides, but sometimes this is just me questioning everything like I normally do. I sometimes think that I got a guide because I need it at this moment in time to move forward, and I need something to hold on to, that I'm not alone in this work. And I'm saying this because of my artist that's working with me with spirit art. I mean, I got his name so clearly, and it came from 3 different mediums without they knowing who it was. But after that, I never seen him. I don't feel him when I'm working. I just know someone is with me working. But he always comes up, and it came through with my beautiful friend and colleague, Katie Hayes. At one time, she drew him and she sent a message to me. And the drawing was a spot on. She's a brilliant spirit artist. And I think sometimes, or I don't know if it's him who's working with me all the time, or if he's just a face that represents him when I need it, when I doubt myself. Because when I wanted to give up spirit art, that's when Kate came through with that picture of him, and it's a copy of how he looked like when he was alive. So it's easy to just accept everything, but because I've been so fooled in this business from different mediums, especially my ex, of course, he became very fraudulent and ended up in prison, but you can read that or listen to my book if you're more interested in that. But because I'm so critical, I question everything, and sometimes to a degree that I stop the pleasure and the enjoyment of things that I experience. So the last couple of 2-3 years, I started to embrace that again. And I'm thinking, it doesn't matter if it's true or not. I'm just going to enjoy the feeling because it's pleasurable. And I don't have to know for certainty if he's with me or if someone else is there or why it's working like it's working. I just know that when we connect together and I do a great picture, that they recognize with no question about it. I have done the mother or the father or the brother or the grandma or whatever, you know, with good evidential mediumship with it. It's a bliss. It really is a bliss. So for every one of you who are really looking for who your guide are, yeah, there are exercises you can do, but don't expect them to pop up. Because if it doesn't have to do with any benefit of your own development and for better good, I don't think they will just show themselves because of our ego. And it's very easy also, like I said, with the archetypes, to visualize someone that suits our needs at any given time. So I'm a little bit of 50-50 there. Yeah, you should be critical, absolutely. but at the same time, don't take away the experience that you're getting from time to time, because you should cherish them. Because the more you're into this, the more you're working with it, the less experiences you get actually. So write them down, enjoy them, treasure them, because the more we get used to this, the more critical we become, and the more less sensitive, so to speak. You don't feel as much as you used to do in the beginning. It's becoming a part of you, and you get used to the energy. So just enjoy it. And if they don't show themselves to you, just say within your mind, I know you're there. Because ask them to come close, get to know the energy from them. It's not important who they are anyway, as long as they're there for you. So anyway, just a little bit of my thoughts this evening. And I've been really, who's my guide back in the day, and today I can't care less. But we all go through them phases, and but don't get despondent if they don't show themselves. Just know that they're there with you.